I walk over to the closet where Natsuki is sitting. Hey, Natsuki.
What do you want?
Oh, I clicked too fast. Do you have your poems? Natsuki reaches into her bag and shoves the poems into my arms. Thanks.
You're welcome. Now go away.
I sigh as I turn to walk back to the front of the room. While walking towards the front of the room, I catch a glimpse at Yuri. Our eyes only meet for a split second before she looks away in embarrassment. Letting out a sigh, I put the poems in my bag. After carefully putting the poems away, I walk over to Sayori with a paper towel. You forgot this, dummy. I flash her a teasing smile.
Hey, don't be a meanie about it.
She takes the paper towel and wipes her face clean. Heh, some things never change with you.
No, but it's just the way I like it. Just like the way I like you.
My heart skips a beat and I can feel the blood rush to my face. Sayori. Just then we hear the sound of giggling. And away we go! My heart immediately starts pounding against my chest as anxiety builds up inside of me. Oh, hey Yuri, what's up? I try to steady my voice as best as I can. Fortunately, Yuri seems to be just as on edge as I am.
Hey, Hallie. I just wanted to apologize for my reaction to earlier. I should have given you the chance to explain yourself and not act disinterested in you at all. I hope you're not angry with me.
I feel my muscles relax as soon as Yuri finishes talking. It seems like she hasn't expected me to read her poem yet. It's fine, Yuri, really. If anything, I should be apologizing. So I'm glad we got that out of the way.
Yes, indeed.
Yuri nervously smiles as we stand in the middle of the room awkwardly. So, you sticking around?
Yes, I'm going to get some reading done. You're more than welcome to join me if you wish.
Yuri looks at me with hopeful eyes, as if she's counting on me to say yes. Though given what I know, I probably shouldn't risk spending time with Yuri until I'm absolutely made up my mind. Ah, Yuri, I appreciate the offer, but I'm probably about to leave with Sayori right now.
Pardon me, Hallie, but you don't need to always leave when Sayori does. I mean, there's nothing wrong with staying a little while longer, is there?
I almost can't believe this is coming from Yuri, but I guess this is just her way of trying to get me to stay.
I mean, it's not like you and Sayori are together or something, correct?
Yuri, I really appreciate the offer, but I do need to head home. Yuri lets out a sigh of defeat. I have things to do.
Fine, spend time around Sayori. I'm sorry that I'm not worth your time.
Yuri, it's not that. Before I can finish my sentence, Yuri walks back to her seat and resumes reading her book. Fortunately, it doesn't appear that anybody's noticed the incident that just took place between us. I let it as a sigh. Yeah, as a sigh, as I walk over to Sayori, who seems to have just finished packing her things.
Hey, Hallie, you ready to go?
I weakly smile at Sayori. Yeah, sure, let's get going. Sayori picks up on my agitated tone.
You okay, Hallie? You look upset.
It's nothing, let's just head home.
Okay, then.
Sayori and I wave goodbye to Monica and Yuri as we head out to start our commute home. I don't remember what's different about that scene. Like, that seems really copy-pasted. I'm still gushing a little over the little ice cream incident we had earlier, even though Sayori tried to play it off like it was nothing. I had a hard time believing that she wasn't trying to have a little fun with me. Needless to say, when I called her out on it, she called me a meanie and we just left it at that. Seeing Sayori like this gives me hope that she can overcome her depression. It's not like it's taken her over fully. She's still capable of being herself. And today reminded me of that. In some ways, she still is the same kid next door I grew up with.
Hallie, we're here. Is it because of last night?
I don't know the context anymore. I'm sure that has something to do with it, but it's not everything. Okay, wait a minute.
Just sleep well tonight, okay?
I'll try my best. Sayori and I release each other as we both madly blush at each other.
Love you, Hallie.
I love you too, Sayori. With one more smile between us, we wave a goodbye to each other as we walk back into our houses. Okay. Even though I did indulge her and let her take my ice cream from me, it's good to see that despite whatever she has to endure from her rain clouds, she still knows how to be herself. Should I get food with Sayori? Yeah! This will be like a whole different scene unless it's, like, abbreviated. Yeah, sure, I wouldn't mind going out. I mean, dang it. The text box wasn't done. I mean, it's not like we had a proper first date yet.
I'm not taking you away from anything, am I?
No, and to be honest, I probably could use the fresh air.
Okay. Well, we're not going anywhere super fancy, but I did have one place in mind. It's in the city.
Sounds fancy to me.
It's not really anything super. It's more of a fast food place.
Hey, I don't mind. Food is food. It's not like I have a preference right now.
Yeah, me neither.
I'll meet you outside in a few minutes, okay?
Alright, see you in a bit.
Bye. Sayori disconnects the call. I'm fairly surprised that Sayori wants to go out. We haven't gone out to eat together in years, although I'm more than happy to take her up on her offer. All this thinking does work up quite an appetite. Hopefully she doesn't try to take my food again. I grab my keys and wallet and walk out of my house to meet Sayori. I walk out of my house and wait by the fence that separates our two houses. Not long after I arrive, I see Sayori exiting her back door and walking up to the fence. I unlock the gate and hold it open as she walks through. Hey, Sayori.
Hey, Hallie.
I gleefully take Sayori into my arms. Feeling her embrace once again seems to melt away all the stress and worrying I experienced just a few minutes ago. I only hold her tighter as I continue to release my stress. Fortunately, Sayori doesn't seem to mind, as she only blushes brighter as my embrace tightens. I don't know why, but every time I find myself in Sayori's arms, it just feels like I'm in heaven. She's always given her great hugs, for sure. But lately, it's been different. Almost a magical sort of feeling that I really can't put into words. Well, I can't complain. I'll just enjoy this magical moment we're sharing for as long as possible. However, the magical moment is quickly ruined as Sayori's stomach emits a loud enough rumble that I'm sure everybody in the neighborhood heard. Sayori breaks the embrace and steps back in embarrassment.
Sorry, Hallie. I guess I'm kind of hungry.
I'm not sure if kind of hungry is really an accurate way to describe your appetite, Sayori.
I don't think anything can be quite honest. No, I don't think anything can, to be quite honest.
Ha, I guess that's true. I just hope wherever we're going has enough food for you to conquer your hunger.
Well, there's only one way to find out. Let's get going.
After you. I lock the gate behind us as Sayori and I begin our journey to the restaurant. As we begin our walk to the restaurant, I immediately begin to realize where Sayori is taking us. I turn to Sayori, eyeing her suspiciously. You don't actually need a second E in eyeing. You're taking us to Gamaya's, aren't you?
Yep. How did you know?
I remember these old side streets. Our parents always took this way to get there. I think my dad always called it the shortcut.
That's because they wanted to avoid all the traffic on Rockefeller Street.
I don't blame them. Still, I'm a little surprised you remember the way.
How can I forget, Hallie? I always loved the walk to Gamaya's.
Though you always hated to walk back. I think you liked that place too much for your own good, Sayori.
Their ice cream was so good, though. Not to mention the jungle gym they kept outside.
Heh, that was pretty fun now that I think about it. Sucks we can't go on it now, though.
Why not? What's stopping us?
Sayori. I try to hold in a chuckle. I still sometimes forget Sayori's still a child at heart, still. It's what I really like about her. We're way too old to go on it. I'm pretty sure they set the age limit at 12. I doubt the staff would let us anywhere near it.
Oh, that's no fair.
Sayori, we're not kids anymore. I don't even think we'd fit between the bars, to be honest with you.
Not me. I'm pretty sure I can fit.
Yeah, right. You'd get stuck between the bars and then we'd have to call someone to gut you out. Remember the swing set incident back in the 4th grade?
Hey, it wasn't my fault.
That
swing set was just really old.
I don't think its age was the problem, Sayori. It is age. It was meant for toddlers. Matter of fact, I was surprised you still managed to squeeze in.
It was the best 100 yen I ever made in elementary school.
Okay, if they're gonna use yen as the currency, then I'm assuming this is Japan, and man, those streets were not Japanese streets. Even though I got a week's worth of detention because I somehow got blamed for putting you up to it. It wasn't even originally my idea.
It was a small price to pay, Hallie. Not a small price, just small price.
Hey! Sayori and I share a brief laugh together. I always did find her laugh to be really cute. Even as kids, I always enjoyed hearing it. And hearing it now, I almost feel like I'm back on the elementary school playground with Sayori.
But you would have never been able to pull it off.
Eh? What do you mean?
Let's just face it, Hallie. You would have gotten stuck worse than me, or you wouldn't have been able to fit in that swing set at all.
I could have if I tried hard enough. I just didn't feel like it that day.
Hallie, your belly was too big back then to fit. And it's still kind of big now.
What? Sayori jokingly rubs my belly for emphasis. Hey, cut it out! I playfully swat her hand away from me as she continues laughing. I was never like that.
It's okay, Hallie, I still love you.
I struggle to suppress my blushing. Even when she's teasing me, she still finds a way to make me blush. Well, I'm not going to let Sayori continue to one-up me. Let's see if she'll take a bet. I bet you I could fit between those bars on the jungle gym.
That sounds like a challenge, Holly.
Sayori deviously winks at me. Maybe it is one.
Alright, you're on.
What did I just get myself into? Well, I'm sure it won't be that bad, assuming we can even get in. But there's a chance Sayori will probably forget by the time we get food. Not that I'm worried about losing some stupid little bet. Leave it to Sayori to bring out the kid in me. After a few more minutes of walking, we turn the corner to find our childhood favorite restaurant still standing in all its glory. Sayori and I almost rushed into the building to see if everything was still the same as we remembered it. Despite a few apparent changes, everything was still the same. Which is a completely contradictory statement. Sayori seems to be completely lost in thought as she stares around at everything. I guess she hasn't stopped by in a long time either. This place really did mean a lot to us both. I snapped myself out of my train of thought and nudged Sayori to do the same. Well, this still looks the same for the most part, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. I still hope the food tastes the same.
Yeah, well, there's only one way to find out, right? Let's get some food.
Now you're speaking my language.
It comes in handy to know you so well.
Yeah.
Looks like I got my revenge for earlier. Though I decide to be merciful and end Sayori's embarrassment by quickly finding a table for us to sit at. Sayori and I immediately crack open the menus to see what's available. I'm able to quickly pick out what I want while Sayori furrows her brow as she continues to pore over the menu. It's actually P-O-R-E in that sense. If I had all the money in the world, there's no question Sayori would find a way to convince me to get her one of everything. After a few minutes, I decide to ask her what she's thinking. See anything you like?
There's so many choices, Holly.
Is there anything in particular you're leaning towards? I'm thinking about just getting a burger. Sayori closes her eyes for a moment. What are you doing?
I'm trying to see which way my tummy's leaning towards. I can't decide if I want a burger or pizza.
Well, hey, it's up to you, Sayori. My treat. Sayori takes the next few minutes to think it over. It gets to the point where I'm just considering ordering first and then going back for Sayori's order. So, what does your tummy say? Sayori takes one more look at the menu.
I want pizza!
What do you want on it?
Oh.
Sayori takes yet another look at the menu. I mean, usually you just get pepperoni.
Yeah, but I'm thinking about trying something new this time. I'm thinking about trying out some anchovies.
Anchovies, huh? Who are you and what have you done with Sayori? Sayori let out a small laugh.
There's nothing wrong with trying something new, Holly. Besides, I remember that their pizzas are super good here.
Yeah, I really did enjoy their pizzas. Matter of fact, this place was where I always went to get pizza as a kid. Not as a kid, as a kid. They were always freshly baked, too. Not the cheap, reheated, store-bought ones I've seen in a lot of restaurants around here. You know what? I think I'll try one, too.
There you go, Holly. That's the spirit.
It seems like you just have a special way over me, don't you? First the literature club, then last Sunday, and even now. I guess you're just still that good at talking me into things.
Well, I try my best.
You succeed. You always do. I flash her a smile as Sayori continues to blush brightly. I'll go put in our orders. I get up and walk to the register to put in our order for a large anchovy pizza. I just hope my stomach doesn't make me regret this later. After about a 10-minute wait, the waiter comes by and delivers our pizza and water. Sayori and I are shocked at the size of it. I don't think I could finish it, but knowing Sayori and her appetite, anything's possible. I'll admit, it smells nice. Sayori quietly takes a slice and stares at it. I follow suit. There's literally a little fish embedded in the pizza. Not that I've ever had a problem with fish, this just seems kind of weird to me.
This is so cute. It's like it's swimming in the pizza.
Well, now it's going to swim in our stomachs. Cheers?
What do you mean? What are we cheering for?
No, it's not like that. It's like another word for toast.
They have toast here?
I don't know, but it doesn't have anything to do with food, silly. It's like we're celebrating.
Well, what are we celebrating then?
I take a moment to think this over. Well, how much progress we've made in our relationship is definitely worth celebrating. How about to this great, loving relationship we've found ourselves in? I mean, after everything we've been through, look at us now. Sayori blushes brighter than pizza sauce.
That's very sweet of you, Holly. I agree. Cheers.
Sayori and I playfully clink our pizzas and take a bite into the anchovy-flavored crust. Hey, this isn't half bad. So, how's yours? Sayori, who's joyfully chowing down her slice of pizza, manages an answer with a mouthful of pizza.
It's so good!
I try to look away from Sayori's mouth as I take in my next bite. I'm still surprised with how well the taste of the anchovies mixes in with the crust and sauce. It all mixes together for a surprisingly satisfying flavor. Who knew anchovies mixed in with bread and sauce could be so tasty? I've never had anchovies, and all I really seem to hear is that they're very salty. I'm definitely going to have to get this again at some point. I continue to pick away at the pizza while Sayori seems to gobble down slices left and right. Even as a kid, Sayori's always managed to consume the craziest amount of food in the shortest amount of time. Hopefully there'll be some pizza left for me to eat before I decide to tap out. After having roughly 5 slices, I eventually decide to call it quits on the pizza. I simply nurse my water as I watch Sayori continue to shred through the slice after slice as if it were nothing. Eventually, Sayori finishes the last slice of pizza, leaning back in her chair with satisfaction. So, I take it you enjoyed it?
Yeah, it was really good. You seemed like you enjoyed the pizza too.
Well, hey, we both know Gumaya's has the best pizza in town.
Yeah, the best ice cream.
I suddenly remember the bet I made with Sayori yesterday when we were playing Mario Kart. So this is why she wanted us to come here. Well, a bet's a bet, and it looks like it's time for me to pay up. Well, I suppose I do owe you from yesterday's bet. You beat me fair and square.
Aw, Howie. I'm glad you remembered.
Well, if I forgot, you would have reminded me anyway. That's why you wanted to come here for dinner, right?
Well, maybe that was part of the reason.
I chuckled to myself. Alright, let's go see what they have. Sayori warmly smiles as we get up to check out the ice cream selection. I declined to get anything, but Sayori opted to get 2 scoops of some sort of blueberry-banana combination I've never even heard of. Wait, hold on. Blueberry banana? I'm sure it was meant to be banana. As per the bet, I ended up paying the cost for the ice cream and politely cover the costs for our meal as well. Naturally, Sayori was pretty happy. She quickly gobbled down her ice cream and we began the walk home. On our way back, Sayori and I realized that we weren't actually that far from the park we used to spend a lot of time in as kids. Given that we were both in a reminiscing mood, we decided to take a slight detour to head to the park. Though by the time we reached it, the sun had already set and it was starting to get darker by the minute. We agreed to do only one walk around before heading home. Is walk around 2 words? I don't actually know. Sayori was in a cheerful mood as we started walking, pointing out all our former hangout spots and reminiscing all the moments we shared. Seeing this side of Sayori in full bloom almost makes me forget that she has depression. Her being so cheery and energetic is a far cry from how she's been acting recently. Maybe it's because I'm spending time with her, or she's just trying her best to show this side of her. Either way, I'd want her to be honest with how she's feeling right now. I gotta say, Sayori, you've been in a pretty good mood today.
Yeah, today's been really great. And you hope to make it so.
I see. You didn't have you have your rain clouds today?
No, not really. Why?
I just want to make sure my bundle of sunshine stays that way. I playfully ruffle up Sayori's hair, causing her to giggle loudly.
Okay, cut it out.
She playfully pushes me away.
But yeah, today's been pretty good. And I do think it's partly because of you.
I'm just doing my job, Sayori. Besides, looking after you is what I do best. And to be truthful, I kind of enjoy it. It just feels right, Like this was always supposed to happen. Spending all this time around you over these last 2 weeks, it's been really fun, Sayori. I almost feel like we're kids again and it's just us going around, having a good time. It's still a little hard for me to realize you've been battling depression the entire time.
Well, we hope to make it manageable. Honestly, if it weren't for you, I don't know where I'd be right now.
Where do you think you would be?
There's really no point in thinking about it, right? We had a great childhood together, that's really all that matters. And I'm just glad we've been able to reconnect and make many more lasting memories together.
Yeah, you're right.